All right, so we're diving deep today. And we're going deep into a song.
Oh, deep.
Yeah, music. We all love music.
Absolutely.
And sometimes it's hard to, really understand what the artist is trying to tell us, what they're getting at.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're doing today. Taking a look at this song by Ren.
Okay.
It's called Money Ties. And, well,
Catchy title.
it is, yeah, it gets you thinking about money, like all the ways it kind of weaves its way into our lives.
Absolutely.
And how it, affects everything.
Yeah, powerful stuff.
It is. It
Very
really makes you think about the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it.
Right, because money itself isn't necessarily good or bad.
Exactly.
Right? It's how we use it, how we relate to it.
Yeah, the power it has over us. Or that we give it. Maybe.
That's the thing. Is it the money itself or is it us?
Okay, so how about we jump right into it?
Yeah, let's hear what Ren has to say.
Okay, so right off the bat, Ren hits us with this quote from the Bible.
Oh, interesting. Laying down some spiritual foundation.
Right. It says, "Godliness with contentment is great gain, but those who desire to be rich fall into temptation." What do you make of that?
Well, I think Ren is setting the stage here, right?
Like a warning.
Yeah, sort of. Like, hey, money can be a dangerous thing.
Especially if you let it control you.
Exactly. It's that desire, that craving for riches that can lead you down a dark path.
It's like throughout history, there's always been this tension around wealth, right?
Oh, absolutely. In almost every culture, every society.
You have those who say money is the root of all evil.
Right, but then you have those who say it's a tool, a way to build, to create, to do good.
It's like a double-edged sword. It could be used for good or for evil.
Exactly.
And I think Ren really captures that duality with the line, money, makes the world go round, money makes the sick boy sick.
Ooh, that's a powerful image.
Right, like on one hand, money is this driving force.
Yeah, it keeps things moving, the wheels turning.
But then it's also causing harm.
Making the sick boy sick. Who do you think Ren is talking about there?
Well, I see it as anyone who's being exploited by the system. The people who are suffering because of greed and inequality.
Absolutely. It's like the flip side of that money makes the world go round coin.
Yeah, exactly.
But then things take a turn. Ren shifts gears and starts talking about their childhood.
Yeah, and it's like this warm, fuzzy feeling.
Like a safe haven.
Exactly. Lots of love, family. You can almost feel it in the music.
And I think that's intentional, right?
To show us what they had before the world, corrupted everything.
I think so. It's like setting up this contrast between innocence and experience.
Yeah, like when you're a kid, your values are so much simpler.
Right. You don't see the world through the lens of money yet.
But then you grow up.
Reality sets in.
And the world starts to chip away at that.
Yeah, that's what Ren says, right? Life had a way of chipping away at that shoulder. It's like losing that support system.
That safety net.
Exactly. And I think a big part of that is realizing that love, while important, doesn't always pay the bills.
Right, which is maybe what Ren is trying to warn their sister about.
When they say.
Yeah, they say love is not enough. There'll be those who take advantage of the light in your soul.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Is Ren saying we should be suspicious of everyone?
I don't think so. It's more like, be aware of the ways money can influence people's behavior.
Yeah, young people can do bad things when they're desperate.
Exactly.
Or when they're blinded by greed.
And I think Ren really drives that point home with the line, you start to compromise ideals for dollars, morals get bloody.
Ugh, yeah, it's like you can see that happening all around us.
Right. People cutting corners, betraying their values, all in the name of money.
And there's actually some really interesting research on this.
Oh, tell me more.
Yeah, so psychologists have done these studies where they, expose people to subtle cues related to money.
Okay.
And what they found is that even just thinking about money can make people more selfish.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, it's like this unconscious shift in our thinking. Our priorities get all messed up.
That's scary. It's like money itself has this power over us.
Right, and it makes me think about the next part of the song where Ren goes on this rant.
Oh, yeah, it gets pretty intense.
Yeah, they say, fuck depression, fuck police, fuck the jealous. What's going on there?
I think it's a raw expression of anger and frustration with the system, right?
All the ways that money, or the lack of it, can lead to suffering.
Exactly. Depression, police brutality, jealousy. These are all symptoms of a society that's obsessed with wealth and status.
And it's not just about individuals, right? It's about the systems that create these problems.
Exactly. It's about economic inequality, about the way power is distributed.
And how that can create so much tension and conflict.
Absolutely. There's this concept called relative deprivation.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's the idea that people feel deprived, not just when they're lacking basic necessities.
But when they see others who have more than them.
Exactly, and that can lead to all sorts of negative emotions.
Like resentment, anger, even violence.
Right, and I think Ren is tapping into that raw emotion with those lines.
But then, even in the midst of all that anger, there's this glimmer of hope.
Yeah, when
They say now's the time to stand tall. It's like a call to action.
to resist, to fight back against the system.
Yeah, and to do it together, collectively.
Because that's the only way real change is going to happen.
Absolutely. But then there's this other element in the song that really gets to me.
What's that?
It's that repeating phrase. Money makes money makes money makes the world go round.
Yeah, it's almost like a mantra.
Or a curse.
Right, and I think the repetition is key here.
Like, it's emphasizing how inescapable this cycle is.
Exactly. It's like we're all trapped on this hamster wheel, running and
But
running.
going nowhere.
And the system just keeps churning, keeps perpetuating itself.
It's a pretty bleak picture.
Yeah, but I think that's why Ren ends with the title phrase, money ties.
It's simple, but so powerful.
Right. It sums up all the ways money binds us, constrains us, connects us.
For better or worse.
Exactly. And then those final lines, repeated, money ties, money lies. What do you think Ren is trying to say there?
I think it's like a challenge to the listener, to examine our own relationship with money
To question the narratives we've been told about wealth and success?
and to think about the ethical implications of our choices.
Because ultimately, we all have to navigate this world that's driven by money.
But we don't have to let it control us.
Exactly.
We can choose to use money for good, to make a difference, to break free from those ties.
It's not easy, but it's possible.
And maybe that's the real deep dive here.
What do you mean?
It's not just about understanding Rem's song.
It's about understanding ourselves.
Yeah, like how do we live in this world, this money-driven world, without losing our souls?
Without compromising our values.
Exactly. It's a question we all have to grapple with.
And I think Ren's song is a powerful reminder of that.
Definitely. It's given me a lot to think about.
Me too.
So, listeners, what about you? How are you navigating the world of money? What ties have you made and what lies have you uncovered along the way?
I think that's a great place to leave it.
It is. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure. Until next time.
Yeah, see you then.